put our hands together for another very competitive class, in my opinion. I think especially we get up here on the top two that we're going to use for this class, I think there's some give and take when we study their type and kind and their muscle pattern and their skeletal structure. That's something that we've talked about quite a bit tonight as we get these cattle on the move, and I apologize if your opinion is that we're moving them too much, but that's something that I like to see as far as functionality when we get up there, especially in this weight range. I think we're going to have to start the class with these two black calves, and for me, I think there's some comparability points when we get in there and study them from their boldness, their smoothness of their front end. But one thing I'm going to get on is one of them. It just gives me a little bit of skeletal problems when I study the overall boldness of it. And you may be standing on the outside and look at it and say, "Wow, that's the boldest and biggest and thickest one in here." But from a standpoint, we get him moving around the ring, maybe that carries a little bit of problems with it when we study him from the thickness all the way back. I think there's one in here that stands pretty complete for me today. Maybe not the thickest, maybe not the one with the most shape in his lower third, but I think one that's very complete. When we look at our target weight down the road, is going to be one that's going to be very impressive. It's going to be our young man steer here in the middle. He's going to lead this class. And again, maybe not the boldest in his shape, but I think one that really squares up nice for me, really smooth in his front end, really bold up over his blade. I would like to see this calf maybe level out just a little bit more in his hip when he gets on the move, but one is really nice. I think the young lady's black calf up here on the front end is going to come in second pretty handily for me today. The boldness of that front end is what concerns me a little bit when we study him, get right in front of him. But one is really square, really gets out there and moves on the rear end, but I'd like to see him match that on his front end when we get out there and take that stride. But definitely one that's got some power to him, got some thickness in that lower leg. Not to discredit the young lady's red calf that comes in third. I think